Is clickbait good or bad? I'd love to get your thoughts. Leave me a comment below. The fact of the matter is, in 2019, if you're not using clickbait, I think it's going to be a lot harder to succeed, especially if you're a smaller channel.
Brian G. Johnson.
Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson, and to grow on YouTube, stake your claim and amplify your message. Do that by subscribing. Click on the bell notification and you'll be on your way. And this is video number 3 on my series on going viral on YouTube. Check out the whole series, link in the YouTube card, as well as the pinned comment below. What exactly is clickbait? What does clickbait do? And what exactly is a clickbait thumbnail? Well, clearly this is a clickbait thumbnail right here. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think it's a bad thing. What I have noticed is so many people with so many questions surrounding clickbait. So I wanted to take the time and really talk about what clickbait is, what it is not, and why it's so critical in 2019 to the success of your channel. So let's start with the big one. What exactly is clickbait? Defined, clickbait is content whose main purpose is to attract attention and encourage viewers to click on a link to a particular web page and or video. So does that mean clickbait is bad? Is it good? Can it help us grow? Well, what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt is a lot of people have what I consider misconceptions about clickbait. For example, Jamie mentions this: it's yucky and leaves the viewer feeling cheated. And that's one of the effects of when you use it in a poor manner. When you really don't use clickbait in an ethical manner, people feel cheated. Jamie's absolutely right. But the good news is I've got a 3-step process that ensures that does not happen to your channel. And furthermore, when you do it the right way, it's amazing. And Joey mentions this: clickbait itself is never good because you essentially are lying for clicks. Again, that's when clickbait is done poorly. But check out this comment from Leroy from Animal Facts. Leroy mentions the bait itself is neutral. Depends on how you proceed after the click that makes it good or bad. And that's exactly right. Clickbait isn't good or bad, it simply is. And the sooner we can just come to this place, hey, clickbait is here, it's not going anywhere. And furthermore, we can use it in an ethical manner. Let's just keep moving forward. Now, here's what's up. As a YouTuber, I see my job is being threefold. In other words, I gotta do these 3 things or I will not succeed. Number 1 is to get viewers to click on my videos more than the competition. It's mission critical. And number 2, to deliver on the expectations that my thumbnail and my title create. And this is really what separates the good and the bad clickbait. Bad clickbait does not deliver on the expectations that the viewer holds in their mind. And that's when people get cheated and they never return to a channel. Don't do that. And item number 3, to never lose the trust of my audience, which means I can't abuse clickbait, and that's something I have to think about as I move forward. And this brings us back to the big question: can clickbait help your channel? Not only can it help your channel, but if you don't get a lot of clicks, it's almost impossible to succeed on YouTube in 2019. And here's why. You keep hearing about watch time, which is really hard to get a handle on, to understand how watch time works. But if we break it down and we simplify it, what I can promise you is this: how often viewers click on your videos or not ultimately will dramatically increase your watch time minutes, or it will decrease the watch time minutes of your video. If you don't have any watch time, you can't compete and you're gonna lose. And this is why CTR is so very important to the success of your channel, so much that YouTube actually made this information, the data, public. And as a YouTuber, you can log into Creator Studio and you can really see just how often viewers are clicking. And this reminds me of a quote: if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. And here's the good news. I've got a new method that I'm gonna share with you to really understand if your video is driving those clicks and if it's gonna be pushed out and promoted by YouTube. It's coming up. So, okay, clickbait is important. How the heck does it work? Well, it works by really doing 1 or 2 things, Hopefully both really well. Number one, it stops viewers in their tracks and it gets them to think on a deeper level. That's, well, number one. Number two is it makes those viewers think and also feel. Reminds me of a quote by Maya Angelou. At the end of the day, people won't remember what you said or what you did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. This is the key to successful YouTubers. They make the viewers feel. Okay, so how can we make people think then? Well, check out this example from Hannah Witten. She does an amazing job. You see, the title and the thumbnail pose a question that can only be addressed and answered if you click and watch the video. How I make money online, and then the pie chart, which isn't labeled. If you want to know how she makes money, you gotta click, and that's getting people to think on a deeper level. Now on YouTube, this is often talked about as triggering someone or being triggered, and we think about that as it's a bad thing, which you don't want to go there. But I believe you can also trigger someone in a positive way. For example, this is Spock. Spock was awesome, but make no mistake, there would have been no Star Trek without Captain Kirk. And why did we love Kirk? Because he was human, he was emotional, he was constantly being triggered. So if you want to get more views, then one of the easiest ways is to focus on triggering people's emotions. Let me share some examples of clickbait that does exactly that. One is what I call the forbidden fruit. It's the classic Adam and Eve story. It's how Anakin Skywalker transforms into Darth Vader. We wanted to see Revenge of the Sith because we had to see and watch Anakin become Darth Vader. This is why tablets are a thing. Selena's secret, pregnant and alone. Notice the usage of secret. And then check this out, I didn't even see the subheadline until right now. Her shocking decision to raise the baby by herself. These kinds of words drive more views. Secret, shocking, discover. Now here's something to think about. If you're feeling a little dirty, what you might be thinking about is sensationalism, which is related but very different when we talk about ethical clickbait. You see, sensationalism is the use of exciting or shocking stories or language at the expense of accuracy. We want to be accurate, and remember those 3 steps, specifically number 3. We never want to lose trust with the viewers. We want to deliver on the promise that our title and our thumbnail makes. And when we do that, we'll have no problem. We'll be able to move forward, drive more views, and grow our channel, and do it in an ethical way. It's really selecting compelling words when you're creating your titles. For example, you don't see me using the word learn. Learning was the kind of stuff you did in school where you were really bored, it wasn't exciting. That's not going to drive a click. So instead, I use words like secret and discover. Learning is boring. Learning is for suckers. You know, and clickbait is also understanding what the audience is interested in right now. PewDiePie is the master. Check out the videos he's been publishing lately. James Charles. Why? Because it's a lot easier to get a click from someone who's already interested in the subject that you're publishing videos about. So think about the audience you want to attract and think about what they're thinking about and make those videos. For example, shocking YouTuber Brian G. Johnson stole my idea. What's so very ironic is it was my idea that my pal Daniel Battelle actually would create that video dissing me and explaining how I stole his idea. And we did that not to abuse or lose trust with the audience, but as a practice of being a YouTuber. Like, drama is a thing, so we wanted to practice that. We thought it would be fun. And this is the other thing I want to share. You know what? Clickbait is sometimes really fun. A lot of the audience had a ball. They're like, Brian, where's your diss track against Daniel? Clickbait doesn't have to be negative. The thing to remember is in order to get someone to click, you gotta think about what matters to them. You know what? As a human being, we all want results fast. An entire industry, the diet industry, is based on this principle, how to lose weight fast. Remember the before and after pictures you've seen again and again and again? Well, YouTubers thought they'd try it out and they created an entire thumbnail style. Before and after. How to get more views in under an hour on YouTube 2018. a classic example. In fact, the thing that I do that you might want to do is study successful YouTubers and their thumbnail style. That's exactly what I did here. Get suggested, more views. What's interesting is it's not even really a complete sentence, but it's not a complete sentence. It's a graphic, it's a billboard. And when I tested out this style last year, it drove really great results. And it led to this thumbnail, how to get more views on YouTube 2019 in 3 minutes. And this video went ballistic, and currently it's driven 145,000 views in just 3 months. So guess what I did? I did it again, only I changed out views for subscribers, and guess what happened? Well, it drove 10,000 views in 1 day. Amazing. Now stick with me, this can really help you to drive more views. When you publish a video, just check in every now and then on YouTube Studio. And you're gonna get these types of messages right here. What you want, your goal when you publish is to get 2 messages. And if you get these messages, it's ultimately YouTube telling you that you're doing really well in the 2 most important areas that almost always guarantee lots of views. Of course, there's no guarantees, but generally, like, do this and you're gonna have some pretty sweet results. The first message is nice work, views are up to more interest from subscribers and non-subscribers. And what that means is more people are clicking. Remember the click-through rate? I mentioned how important that is. Well, when you see this message, views are up due to more interest from subscribers and non-subscribers, that's confirmation that you've achieved the first goal of driving more clicks. And this is the second message you want to see. Woohoo! Views are higher than usual as viewers are watching longer. That's the key. Those are the 2 messages you want to see. More interest from non-subscribers and subscribers, and viewers are watching longer. You get both of those, things get pretty exciting. And you know what? When you focus on what's most important, success becomes predictable. In fact, before I even published that video, I made this post on Facebook. YouTube's success is predictable. To prove that, I'll be publishing a video in about 10 minutes that does very well for my channel. How can I be sure? Because this is what matters most to YouTube. They've told us so. Now, clickbait is dependent upon the words that you choose to use, as mentioned. Here's a great example. This is an old advertisement from Houdini. Unexpected sensations at the Orpheum Matinee. Unexpected is the thing people go to movies for. It's why they go to the theater. Here's a poster I love from Houdini. Death-defying mystery. That's the kind of stuff that compels people to take action, like clicking on your video. Now do this if you want to become more compelling. Start creating a list of really compelling video titles that you see on YouTube, even if it's in a different niche. What I've done is I've created a folder inside of my Notes app and I called it Video Ideas Compelling. And then anytime I see a video title, right, then I take that title and I add it in, and you can see I've got some ideas now, like how to get more views in 3 minutes. Very compelling. Or here's another one, 3 unfair tactics that successful people exploit. Or another one I'm gonna use soon. And finally, the sad truth about, and all you need to do is fill in the blank. So as you see these compelling video titles, write them down. Create a list of compelling elements that you can add to your videos at a later date. Now stop. Really, you gotta stop. You gotta stop yourself before you make that next video and ask, is this compelling? Have there been other videos that have come before me with a similar title? What is my thumbnail gonna look like, and how am I gonna structure my title to ensure viewers click? Before you move forward and spend the time to make a video, stop yourself and really focus on these things first. It's funny, I actually work on my thumbnails and the video title. I'll often make a thumbnail before I really have the whole video scripted out, because I want to build everything around the thumbnail and the title. Now, there's one more thing we have to talk about, and that is the dangers of clickbait. If you abuse the audience, if you don't deliver what you promise, if you go too far with your clickbait, you're gonna get your audience really being upset, really being pissed off, and they're gonna let your channel go. In other words, they're not gonna return, they're not gonna continue to watch, and your channel will slowly die. So don't abuse clickbait. This video is a great example of how to really leverage a powerful thumbnail to drive more views. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Consider subscribing. Click on the yellow icon to do just that. And when you do, you're gonna feed a poodle. I got 2 of them and they're hungry. I'll see you on the next video. You dig?